What's up, everybody? I am Vivi Magic, and I am finally here for my Disney cruise. Behind me is the Disney Wonder, and I'm getting ready to get on board and set sail to Alaska. I'll be making lots of video footage and content of the whole trip and sharing along tips and tricks and the whole experience with you guys. So I hope you enjoy. So I want to start out by saying I gave this trip a 10 out of 10, and I highly, highly recommend it. Everything was so beautiful. It was so much fun. There's so many things to do. And the scenery, which you will see towards the end of the video, is just picture perfect and more than I expected. So here's the ship pulling into port in Vancouver, getting ready to leave. My first recommendation is that everybody have the cruise line app on your phone. That's where you can schedule meet and greets with princesses, make reservations, see the schedule for the day, and it has everything you need at your fingertips. It's also how you message with your party on board. We had 3 groups within our party, so it made it really easy to communicate with everybody. This is a really special moment walking on board. They ask for your family name and they greet you and announce it over the loudspeaker, and you have Mickey and Minnie greeting you as you come on board, and it's just the perfect way to start the trip. I'm giving you some video footage of the ship and going to the room for the first time, sort of the map and layout where things are on every floor. Vancouver, by the way, was so beautiful. I had never been to Canada before and really enjoyed our time there. The scenery, the weather, everything was just perfect. So we were on deck 2. This is a long hallway going to the rooms. I'm going to show you what the room we had looked like. We did have an ocean view, which was really nice. I was hoping for a veranda, but there were none available. But pretty roomy. There's the couch turns into a bed, and also there's a pull down from the ceiling of another bed, and it has a railing and a ladder, and it's perfect for kids. But the room has everything you need. There's a little mini fridge. Really nice to just be able to look outside the window whenever you want. Oh, I love this little moment here. Little Steamboat Willie on the towel. I just happened to spot that when I was in the bathroom. I thought it was super cute. And then there's some art. I love this picture of Walt and his wife. So I ordered this mug before getting on board the ship. I ordered it probably a couple weeks before our trip, and what's neat about it is you get a discount by buying that mug on beer your entire trip. You don't have to take the mug with you every time you want it, but they'll give you a token and it gets you a discount on a larger size portion of beer if you want to get that on ship. So that's a nice little hack. And then you can also bring the mug home and you have it as a souvenir and memory. I also ordered this blanket and a pillow in advance as a birthday gift for my kids. We were celebrating their birthdays, and I had a blanket from the last cruise I went on, and we've used it endlessly, so I had to get another one. One really cute touch that the room host does every night is he comes to the room, usually when you are at dinner, and he does a turn-down service, and he makes a new creature or animal out of the blankets and towels on your bed every single night, and it has chocolates laid out, and it's just really cute. It's something that gets the kids excited and that they look forward to seeing in the room every night. And then about midway through the trip, there were standard sheets, but he came in and he gave superhero sheets for my son and princess sheets for my daughter, and it was a really cute surprise, a nice added touch. Also on this cruise, this year they're celebrating the 25th anniversary. So there was 25th anniversary merchandise, and for Castaway Club members, you got not only a gift, which was the bag and the lanyard just on the beginning, but also this framed picture of Captain Mickey, and I thought that was super cute. Okay, here's one of my most favorite parts of the entire cruise is us leaving the port and having the sail away party. It is so much fun. Everybody is on deck 9 and 10 of the ship, celebrating leaving the port, and I will let you listen to the audio because the horn is just so magical. They did it twice on our way out, right when we were leaving, finishing up the party, and also going under a bridge, and it gets me in my feelings every time. I love it so much.
Cruise vacation. We're going to sound the horn. Can you help us count it down from 5 to 1? Here we go. In 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now officially on vacation. Make some noise for Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Welcome aboard the beautiful Disney Wonder, folks.
Moving on to character meet and greets. There are so many characters on board you'll get to see. I'm going to start off with the princesses. This is something that you need to sign up for in advance, and Castaway Club members, which means you've been on more than one cruise, you get early access for signing up than the rest of the ship. So I was able to secure a spot this time. My first cruise, I was not able to secure a spot. It's pretty popular. But for this meet and greet in particular, it's one that you have to sign up for in advance. But sometimes you can catch the princesses roaming around and you might have an opportunity to meet them. But they were so cool. My favorite of all of them on board was Tiana. Her accent was perfect. She was stunning. She was just spot on. And then I was able to run into Spider-Man just on the move. Also saw Moana. There's tons of characters. I saw Thor, Stitch, pretty much anyone you could expect to see at the parks, you'll also see on ship. Seeing the whole crew, the Fab Five in their Alaskan gear and outfits was something I was really, really looking forward to. Super exciting. Mickey and Minnie are extremely popular on board on the glacier viewing day, and the lines for that were really long, so I didn't get the opportunity to do it that day, but I did manage to catch them just hanging out in their outfits, and that was like one of the things I had to do because their outfits are so cute, and I had to get the plush of Minnie too. I just love her so much. So on to some of the entertainment activities on board. There is so much to do. First off, there's the kids club, which most kids thoroughly enjoy. There's so much to do in there. Characters will come in there. I saw Thor roaming around, Spider-Man visits, Mickey. They get to do activities, art. There's a small playground. There's interactive video games. There's just so much for them to do that they will not get bored. And the staff the cast members, they are amazing with the kids. There's also several bars that are really cool. There's family bingo you can play, and you actually win money. My son won one, and what did he win? He won, I want to say it was $120, something like that. So that was really fun and a great way to just bond with the family. The kids can get tablets instead of paper cards, and the machine automates everything for them, but they feel like they're part of it, which is really fun. Here's another bar. There's trivia held every single day on the ship, multiple times a day, all sorts of trivia. There's parks trivia, music trivia, movie trivia, and it's really fun. You get a medal if you win, and just another fun activity that everybody can do. The Cadillac Lounge was really neat. This is a place where you can just hang out and chill. This is also where they do a lot of the classes. We did a mixology class here. Not at all what I expected. I was expecting to actually make drinks, but it was more they made the drinks for you and then explained that to you, and it was a really chill, fun experience. I would definitely do that again. There's also the French Quarter Lounge, which is located between restaurants, and it's just a nice chill atmosphere. There's a lot of live music that will play, and I'll let you get a snippet of that. This woman was very, very talented, and she played daily on the ship, so we really enjoyed listening to her. But there's also trivia held here as well. I saw the sun. Don't know why I didn't come. I survived the house on fire. Don't know why I didn't come. Don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. This is the adults only pool section, and that's a nice place to go if you have a little bit of time and the kids are at kids club, just to hang out and get a breather from all the children involved activities. But there's a bar there and pool and 2 jacuzzis, and so that was a nice place to visit for a bit. There's 2 theaters, movie theaters on board. There's the Walt Disney Theater, and there's also the Buena Vista Theater. And one really neat thing is that they played a lot of the current movies that are in theaters right now, including The Little Mermaid, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But it was awesome that we were able to see the new Indiana Jones film prior to public release. I also recommend the popcorn bucket. I'm a popcorn bucket collector myself, so I would have to have one anyways. But what's really neat about the popcorn bucket is that you can refill it on board ship the entire trip for $1.50 every time. So if your kids or you just want a snack, it's just $1.50 refill each time. What's amazing about the Disney cruises is that there's always something going on, whether it's, the trivia or classes or these dance parties. They always have something going on. And these dance parties, they had a couple of them, and they're so much fun. The characters come out and dance with the kids, and it's so interactive, and it's just good vibes, good energy, and just a ton of fun. Most Disney cruises that you will go on have a pirate themed night. Because this one was sailing to Alaska, they opted for a Frozen themed night because it was well-fitting. And what was neat about it is they also included some Scandinavian traditions and customs. And this one was about the maypole dance and celebrating summer solstice. So this was a fun and entertaining activity. This was really cool. As we approached the glaciers, they actually got a piece of glacier and put it on board so everybody could touch it and see it up close and take pictures with it. All right, here is the show for Frozen Night, Freezing the Night Away. It got canceled the night it was supposed to happen because of rain. So I think they did it the next day or 2 days later. And it was a fun show. What's crazy is it looks like it's dusk, but it's actually 10:30 at night here. So I'll let you see a little bit of this show. If you're a foodie like me, this section is for you. This is all about the different restaurants and food options available on board. So many different places you can get food. There's a rotating schedule. You're either on a early seating or late seating for dinner. You will have the same servers with you the entire trip for your dinners, which is awesome. They get to know you. They get to know your drink orders and preferences, and they just go above and beyond in the level of service, and it's an amazing experience. So the first meal I had was on the 9th deck at the buffet, and every day there's different selections, but they always had crab legs and shrimp, and that was like one of my go-tos. I love seafood. But I'm going to also show you the restaurants here. There was 3 in rotation: Triton's, Tiana's Place, and Animator's Palette. So I'll show you a little bit about the restaurants and the food I ate. Fun fact, the first time I ever had escargot was on my first Disney cruise, and I actually really enjoy it. It's buttery. Yes, the texture's a little funky, but it's, I don't know. I liked it, and so I had to have it again. And just practically everything that I ate, I enjoyed thoroughly. The waiters are amazing, and they do, you know, magic and tricks, and ours in particular, his name was Elite. He did origami out of the kids' paper menus pretty much every night, and it was really fun to watch and learn about. They also showed us a lot of napkin tricks and different ways to you know, shape your napkins on the plates. So that was really fun. My favorite restaurant on board is Animator's Palette. It is so neat, so beautiful. So we went to each restaurant twice. The first night at Animator's Palette was the Frozen night. So everything was Frozen themed, the food was Frozen themed. Cute little touches to go along with the theme. And then the second time we went to that restaurant, it was a completely different theme, which you'll see a little bit later. But again, great food. Tiana's Place would be my second favorite of the three. It's also a really fun restaurant. What's neat about the restaurants is each offers a different experience and sort of vibe. What I loved about Tiana's Place is there was live music, you know, jazz going on. Tiana comes out and she talks to the crowd. Lewis, the alligator, he comes out, and it's just a lot of fun. There's dancing, music, and I'll let you see some of that. It's really fun.
So please help me welcome to the stage our very special musical guest, the Crawfish Crews.
So like I said, you go to a different restaurant every night, but there are only 3 main dining rooms, so we did get to go to each twice. Our second time at Triton's, I had a lobster dinner, and the waiter cut the lobster off the plate for me, and it was really good. Really enjoyed that. And then on this night, he taught us how to make a Pikachu out of the menu, and that was super cool. This night at Animator's Palette is my other favorite thing that happens on the ship. It is so magical and so fun and entertaining, and everybody gets involved, and I love it so much. So what happens is you go to your table, and they have this paper for you to draw your own character, and they won't give you the menu until you finish your drawing. And then they take the drawings somewhere in the back and they upload it, and you get to see your art come to life, and it is fantastic. It was just such a cool thing. So I'm gonna let you see that show, and also at the end you can see my signature. It will say Magic because it has everybody that did their art, their names show up on the screen afterwards. But this, I cannot speak highly enough of how magical this is, so enjoy.
Wow! Now that's what I call a colorful entrance. Oh, hi, folks. Aw, gosh. Thanks for all the great drawings. These are just what I need to whip up a little animation magic. I'll be back later, but right now, we invite you to sit back and relax as the dining room proudly presents...
so cute. Oh, it's different on every screen.
Ours is over here.
Oh, this is so cute.
Thanks, everybody. See y'all real soon.
Yay! The last evening on board, we were back at Tiana's place, and this one was better than the first because of the entertainment. There was a parade that Lewis does, and everybody gets involved in the parade and dances, and it is just such a good time, so enjoy.
It's time to celebrate, everybody.
Finally, there is Palo, which is a upscale restaurant that has a dress code, and this one you do have to pay for. Everything else on the ship is included, but Palo is an additional charge for the meal, but it's top-notch, 5-star, just like very good food, very good service, and it was my first time getting to experience it, and I really enjoyed it. I'll show you all the different foods and things we had. But I do recommend it. It's just a fun experience. The service is impeccable. I went with one other party and they got there before us, and the staff knew that they were expecting us, and they knew us by name because when you prior to boarding, you have to upload pictures of yourself, and the staff gets to learn and study your name and know your reservations, and it's really amazing. That's just like a next step up in the level of service. So we were just so impressed by that they know our names and were expecting us. Another favorite part of the ship for me is the merchandise and souvenir shop. I am a collector of all things Disney, and I love to get mementos to remind me of the trip. And on the ship there are 2 stores. There's a little store that just mainly has toys and knickknacks, and then there's another larger store that has apparel and jewelry and all sorts of other things. And it takes up both sides of the ship. It's in front of the Walt Disney Theater, and I got so much stuff. I always get an ornament. I love to collect ears. I also collect cups. So I got a 25th anniversary cup. I ended up taking home 3 tumblers in total. And another blanket. I also love blankets and collect blankets. And then I also found a Sven sipper that I thought was so stinking cute. And when I bought it, it came with a drink, and I got a Dole Whip with rum, which was very, very tasty. You'll see another view of the cup. I love this cup. I can't even tell you how many cups I have. Probably between tumblers and mugs, probably close to 100. I love them. I also collect art from an artist that does Disney work. His name is Dave Avanzino. This is my third piece like this, where he creates signs using letters that signify different things within Disney. And this is one of 50, and it says The Wonder on it. I also have one that says Disneyland, and then I also ordered a custom one with my last name. And I love his work, and I thought it was really special to get this piece. It's the second time I've been on the ship, so it'll always remind me of the great vacations that I've taken. So that was a special thing, and it was the last one on board. So felt very excited and fortunate to be able to secure that piece. Next up are the excursions. We had 3 port stops on our trip. There was Ketchikan, Juneau, and Skagway. Each place was extremely beautiful, different things you could do, learn about the history of each location, which was really neat. A recommendation is that you can book your excursions directly through the cruise line app through Disney, or if you want to try and save maybe a little bit of money, you can look at the places that you're going to and book outside of the app. The catch and thing to consider is that through Disney, they will make sure to get you on board prior to the ship leaving. You have nothing to worry about. It's very well managed. You know, if you're doing an excursion outside, you need to make sure that you're paying attention to the timing so that you don't miss when your ship's going to leave, because if it leaves and you're there still, you're out of luck. So it worked out fine. We were at ports for a long enough span of time, and most of these excursions are anywhere from like 2.5 to 4 hours. So it worked out fine for us. But we did the first excursion we did through the Disney app, and it was a gold panning sort of adventure. There was like a puppet storytelling show, and then you got to pan for gold. This was probably my least favorite out of the 3. It was really fun and I enjoyed it, but just out of the 3, my least favorite. The thing that did set it apart, though, was that Disney characters did come and gold pan with you, and you had photo opportunities with beautiful backdrops. So that was really fun and a nice, Disney touch. There was also a salmon bake involved, and I will say the food was very, very good. Roasting marshmallows and that kind of stuff. So that part I really enjoyed. And the city itself was really, really beautiful. Great sights. So afterwards, we walked around a little bit, had plenty of time before having to go back to the ship. The next stop was Juneau. Part of my party went on a helicopter tour of the glaciers, and they landed on a glacier and got to drink straight from the glacier. The helicopter pilot filled up his water bottle for the day, and they said that was incredible. So they loved it. The excursion we chose was dog sledding, and it wasn't, in snow dog sledding. It was more like tied to a golf cart, but what a fun experience. I think this was my favorite excursion. We got to learn about the dogs. We got to learn about dog sledding history. I didn't even know that was still a thing. It's still quite the sport. You got to learn about how the dogs were taken care of, how much they love their job, and they were so cute. The sights were so beautiful, and we got to pet and hold puppies, which, come on, who doesn't love that? So that was incredible. The final stop was Skagway. Again, part of my party went on a different adventure than us. They did a seaplane tour, and I mean, the pictures don't even look real. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. We opted to get on a little boat and go to an island and have a crab feast. And probably the best part, aside from the crab, of this trip was our tour guide. He was just such a sweet kid, and very informative and told us all about this island. And we got to go on this short nature hike and see trees that were estimated to be 1,500 years old. And then, it ended with this crab feast, and this food was so good. We demolished everything on the table. So that one would be my second favorite, but it was really, really fun. Finally, I just had to provide some of the views from this trip. I hope you enjoy them. It was beautiful. I've gotten so many recommendations for going on an Alaskan cruise and just heard how incredible it is. And until you see it and experience it, you just don't even comprehend just the beauty of all the nature around you. What was amazing is that the boat spent a lot of time going through these narrow channels in Alaska. And so, the other cruise I had been on, we were at sea and there was nothing around us on the sea days. Here, even at sea, you had land surrounding you almost the entire time. And so anytime you look out the window or you're on the deck, you get to see these beautiful, beautiful views. So that was probably one of my favorite things about this cruise, is just everywhere you looked, it was just stunning. And getting to see the glacier up close. The boat got really, really close, surprisingly. There were these other little boats that you could have booked to get closer, but our ship was pretty darn close. Those little boats didn't get much closer than us. And you got to see pieces and chunks of the glacier falling off in real time into the water. I mean, it's stuff from the movies like you don't expect to see in real life. So it was just, that's one of the high points for me, was just all the scenery. I hope you enjoyed this guided tour of my Disney cruise to Alaska. Again, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I would absolutely do it again. I had so much fun, and highly recommend it to anybody. If you have any questions about anything regarding the ship or the cruise, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.